Hello, hello, hello. I am Pamela Chase, the lead hooking specialist and founder of Hook for You, where we're dedicated to keeping the art of crochet alive. And we do that by teaching the skills to women and children to boost their self-esteem and create a healthy, positive environment. Um, for all those who came on last night, thank you very much for coming on. You can catch us on the replay on either Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. And last night we talked about yarn that I have purchased, and we talked about just different things dealing with Hook for You and what we're up to coming up, the things we have coming up, and we just talked about some yarn that I was working on. Now, for those came last night, well, on my hook last night, this knot was on the hook today. I had bought this yarn. I have got two colors, and it's this yarn, and it's another one that's a multicolor. And I'm trying to figure out what to make with these yarns. And so I tried last night. I was gonna do a cow out of this color, and I decided not to. So I said, make a bag. I tried that today. That didn't work out right. So I'm gonna put that to the side. I frogged it, and I'm going to not work on that today. I mean, at all right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it out of another type of yarn. And this is the yarn I showed you about a week or so ago. And it's a woolly stick and quick. And I'm gonna make a bag out of this yarn. This one, it's super bulky. The other one was jumbo. This is a 6, that's a 7. So it's considered bigger, thicker. So I'm going to make I gotta change hooks. What I'm gonna do with this is make a bag out of this yarn. Sorry about that. But sometimes it's just kind of funny when you're working with certain hooks, especially when you're doing the thick yarn. The hooks get kind of iffy sometimes. For me, it does. So, what is on your hook? And I'm going to look at a bag on this. So, while today we're not going to actually do a stitch today, we're going to discuss a stitch because this stitch is considered the hardest stitch. So, hello, Cavallo crochet. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just don't get it right. And how are you doing? So, what we're gonna do is crochet. I'm gonna crochet and talk about okay, and talk about this jasmine stitch. Now, the jasmine stitch is also called the flower stitch, and I've seen some places what's called the jasmine star stitch. This stitch, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna need a lot of yarn because it's what they call a yarn vampire. It takes up a lot of yarn. It's a thick fabric. It has puff stitches connected to make a flower-like pattern that has warmth. Those are for things that you want to have for warmth to thick. Okay, you're able to keep 3 unfinished puffs on hook at once. You draw through all 24 hooks. Hey, Bob and Poppy one, how are you doing today? What's on your? Anybody can join in. What's on your hook? And you draw through all 24 loops while holding another loop in one hand, in the other hand. Okay, said to be the hardest crochet stitch. but we're gonna prove them wrong. But I just wanted to go over the techniques, the things. I mean, the just the background of this particular stitch. And wait a minute. Okay, so this is, but this is kind of a spongy one too. But anyway, so ideas: making a scarf for a cow, bag, hat, blanket, cushions, shawls, and accessories. Can snag, so it could be an issue when you because it has a bobble to it. It could be an issue with blankets, and if you have cats, so that may want to snag the item at that grade for that. That's the cons of that, which I'll go over the pros and cons at the end also. The tension can be real tricky. You gotta keep your loops long. If you don't pull up the loops evenly, the flower can look messy and uneven. Or if you're a looser crocheter, the centers of the jasmine flowers that have big holes. So in that case, what you do is you use a smaller hook than recommended. You replace the single crochet that closes the stitches with a slip stitch. So that should help. But it takes a lot of practice. This stitches of stitch is going to take a lot of practice. And let's see. And now let's go over the pros and the cons. On Friday, we will start working on the stitch. And then hopefully on Monday, we can go over the different stitches in this category and compare them. Right now, we're not going to crochet anything. We are just going to talk about the stitch. And the pros. It creates a very even texture without clear row, but without clear row definitions. Its thickness, even when using thin yarns. That's good. Eye-catching complexity. Doesn't need extra borders for finishing. Lays flat and doesn't curl. Now the cons, they uses a lot of yarn, a lot of yarn. So when you're doing things like blankets, be prepared to have a lot of yarn for that. It may be hard on the hand. Does not have a lot of drape, and it's hard to create custom shapes. So it's best used for square and rectangular design, like pot holders, pillows, gowns, and scarves. Now, blankets can strain your hands if you work on it too long. So you'll have to take breaks when you're working on a blanket using this particular stitch. So when you do, so I'm recommending, because normally I recommend an H hook when we're doing the swatches that we do, but I'm gonna recommend that you use something that's going to be use a smaller hook. But not necessarily though, because we're not working on a pattern. But you just gotta remind yourself of the tension issues with this particular stitch. So be mindful of that. Hello, Naturally Creating. How are you? What is on your hook? See, it's hard to see. I'm counting on this because it's a dark yarn. Let's let's hmm, stove. Okay. A part in blue. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna check that one out. Mhm. And I'm doing this in single crochet. But any questions on anything? Any questions on the flower? On the stitch we'll be doing on Friday? Hey, Carl, how are you? Let's see how this turns out. But I was talking last night about sometimes you buy yarn and you when you buy it you have nothing when you have nothing in mind to do with it, it can be a trip. Because see, I'll go into a store or online or whatever, and something will just catch my eye. I'll have nothing in mind on making with it. Just I take it and then I start thinking about stuff. And when you do that, sometimes it's like, okay, what am I going to do with this yarn? And a lot of times I have fought things because it's not what I wanted to do. It may not have been the kind of thing that I wanted to make with it. May not have had the look that I wanted to have or the item that I pretty much thought about doing with it. And so I sometimes just put it in the pile. But eventually I'll find something to do with it. Just like the yarn just showed you. Right now, I'm not sure what I want to do with it, but I may make something because of the way the colors are. A blanket would be nice. So, and that's what I'm trying to do more. And just change things that I do. I normally do bags, not bags. I normally do cows and hats and blankets. But I'm trying to I'm getting into doing things like bags and other things. So That's what I'm doing. Yeah. So, with any questions on that particular stitch or anything else that we're going to be doing next month, what we're going to do is next month is next National Crochet Month, National Craft Month, or Crochet Month, and I want to do some different types of things for that. Mm. And I think one thing is to read a book. And I'm thinking right now it will be a crochet related book. So I have a book that's called Crochet Saved My Life. And that suggests anyone who crochets and does it for fun, not for fun or for business. That's a good book to read because it talks about how crochet is good for your health. And what positive effects are with crochet. So, if you want to read along with me, you let me know and I'll give you the information on this book. Because there are 3 books that I want to go over. And if anyone is willing to do it, let me know. And we can read it together and discuss. And it's good when you have accountability people because keeps you going, keeps you motivated to do it. So I'm trying to get back into my reading, and that will help a lot. Also, we have reached 10 subscribers on YouTube, and the person who got it will receive a gift. And so we're going to try to do it small. I'm not going to ask no big numbers, but now for the next 10th person, there'll be a free gift. And one thing that I do suggest is that for the person to let me know because I found out that I cannot see everybody who subscribes. There's only certain people are on, or I am able to see as a subscriber. So in order to get credit, just let me know. That's great. That is good. So you donate, you said, or 2.5. I think you said 25 bags. So 2.5 bags of yarn to a church that makes blankets for hospice patients. Okay. My stage is very small now. And see, you always been very diligent about stash and making things with the stash and all that. So that's great. That is good. Since I'm my thing is when I go to the store or order new things online, my goal is to get rid of some. So I want to, if I'm going to bring it in, I want to have to get rid of something, some of the yarn. So that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to do. And that's why in some cases I checked, Carol, I checked this morning, and your name still didn't show up. When did you do it? Do you remember? I know somebody did it on the 18th. So if you did it after the 18th, let me know. But no, it didn't show up because it says that if you're private, if you're I don't know if the settings are private. Something about if something is private, it won't. I won't see it. And I have 10 subscribers, but I can only see, I think it's 4 or 5 of them. I can see, I can't see all of them. So no, I didn't see your name. I didn't check anymore. I checked about an hour or two ago. So yes, we're looking for more subscribers because we're gonna do other things that the subscribers will see. And it's just gonna be it's gonna be YouTube only. And more than likely the book club, books and that stuff that we're gonna do will be a YouTube only thing. And so we need to get our subscribers up. But also you can just feel free to like, share, follow, like, share, follow, subscribe, and comment. And if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay. And we're on StreamYard, so sometimes I may not see your name. Just like when I had apps, I couldn't see names because I think you have to subscribe to the particular platform. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, if I don't see your name, you have to subscribe to StreamYard. No, Facebook is StreamYard /FB, I think it is. And then your name will show. So we were trying to get 1,000. We're just doing it one bite at a time on YouTube. So hopefully next month we can get up to that 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of viewing hours. So I'm working on that. Normally for the month, National Crochet Month, I try to do different things crochet related. We'll see. To be tighter, so I may have to change the hook. I want to do bags because I want to do some craft fairs this year, vendor events, things like that. Just want to make some new things that can be good for all year round. So this yarn is shading. We're not gonna be here for a few more minutes, but if anyone has any comments, Any suggestions? Let me know. And also feel free to let me know what's on your hook. So on Friday we'll start working on the Jasmine stitch. And I want to be finished so we can compare them on Monday. The different puff stitches. The Jasmine has puffs too. I've never done it before. So it's going to be a challenge for me too. And when they say that it's the most difficult stitch, the hardest crochet stitch, that's going to be a challenge. And what are y'all up to for the summer? Y'all have y'all projects together for the summertime, springtime? Anyone doing anything for Easter? Okay, so we're going to close it out right now until Friday. We are going to so have your hook and your yarn ready so we can do the jasmine flower stitch. Let's do it together. So check out our website www.hookedforyou.com. If you're looking to learn how to crochet, we have stitch-based and project-based classes. So contact us for information. We're going to also have classes soon on YouTube. They're going to be, I guess we can call the membership, not membership classes, but we're going to have classes on, beginner classes on YouTube. So until Wednesday, have a creative day and be safe. Enjoy your day because it's a nice day today. Here it is. But enjoy your day. See you soon. Bye bye.